We're here at NAMM 2020, and we found a bunch of new musical instruments that we think you'd really like. If Akai's MPC-X and MPC Live had a baby, you'd get this, their new MPC-1, a desktop music production machine that has a multi-core processor based on the X, the small portable footprint of the Live, and much of the I/O connectivity of both, minus the mic preamps. Despite its size, the One retains 16 of Akai's much-loved velocity and pressure-sensitive pads, a 7-inch touchscreen for slicing and chopping samples, and quick navigation to other parameters, and a wide variety of I/O options for connectivity to your computer and other hardware. Of course, you can use the One as a standalone machine with your computer via USB and the MPC 2.0 software, or as a VST plugin within your DAW. The One ships with a new drum sample and loop library, as well as other plugins and processors to get your production sounding as good as possible. One of the most anticipated pieces of new gear this year is Korg's recreation of the ARP 2600, a versatile and incredibly powerful analog synth that helps shape the sound of music and soundtracks from the 1970s to this day. Of course, Korg made sure to retain all the important features that made the original a classic: 3 powerful oscillators, filters with fine-tuning sliders, as well as 2 envelope generators that enable you to further tweak your sounds to your heart's content. While true to the original in many ways, Korg's ARP 2600 includes modern upgrades for today's musician and producer, such as a duophonic keyboard with arpeggiator and sequencer, professional XLR outputs, as well as MIDI DIN connectors and MIDI via USB. This synth could very well be an instant modern-day classic. Radial Engineering makes great gear that's built like a tank, and they just introduced their HDI, which is a DI box with a Jensen transformer designed to give you command over the color of your sound. The control knob dials in as little or as much of the transformer as you want, allowing you to generate a tone that can go from super clean to overdriven for a fat vintage sound. If you're a bassist who loves recording directly in, this HDI could be perfect for you. Guess what? Korg is at it again, bringing back another classic synth with their Wavestate wave sequencing synthesizer, based on the famous 90s synth, the Wavestation. If you're looking for a jack-of-all-trades, one-stop shop instrument that gives you the ability to create incredible rhythms and lush, unique sounds, you need to check this thing out. In addition to the 37 keys, there are 64 stereo voices, which can be played simultaneously, a dice button which randomizes all parameters to give you completely unique variations of your production, a sound transition function that gently fades the current patch before switching to the next one, modulation knobs that let you tweak just about any parameter you'd want, a built-in 2 GB sample library, sounds from Korg's Kronos and Chrome library, and a whole lot more. For you guitarists out there who've been searching for that go-to audio interface, Akai Multimedia may have struck gold with this little guy, the Ax.io Solo with advanced guitar tone shaping. This is a 2-input, 3-output USB audio interface made for guitarists, and it sounds great. It has both a passive and active mode, so you can choose which setting is appropriate for your Axis pickups, and you have the choice of a transparent, pure preamp setting or the JFET option, which injects harmonics to add warmth. There's also a Z-tone circuit that lets you mess with the impedance of your input, giving you the ability to manipulate tone even further. Reamping is easy with a dedicated amp out jack, and you even get Amplitude 4 Deluxe when you purchase the Ax.io Solo. Very cool. This is the G11, Zoom's flagship MultiEffects processor for guitarists. Packed with more processing power than Zoom has ever offered, it features a large touchscreen with application-driven control, dedicated amp section for quick and precise control over your amp settings, and 5 multi-effect stomp pedals that allow you to control a variety of parameters simultaneously. You can even load your own third-party guitar cab impulse responses, thus customizing your sound further. There are also smaller dedicated pedals for scrolling through the patches and banks, selecting the built-in tuner, and tap tempo. The large integrated foot pedal gives you control over a variety of expressive parameters, and the G11's extensive I/O options allow you to integrate it with other guitar pedals and audio hardware, your computer via USB, MIDI-based gear, and more. And finally, while we're on Zoom, just a quick mention should be made about their Q6 VR, a combo 360 camera/audio recorder that seamlessly stitches 360 video and audio together. You can even connect the Q6 to your smartphone for live streaming in 360. That's pretty cool. The mobile app allows you to view previously recorded video and preview what you're about to capture, and Zoom is working on a wireless app that will allow you to record and monitor levels remotely. Thanks for watching the video, and check out some more of our coverage of NAMM 2020.